Do you ever find yourself breaking out into a fit of rage and anger because you can't find your cap, your hat, you can't find your rhino or your globe? Well, if you are, you're a little bit like I used to be before I learnt some techniques on how to bring my anger under control when I'm about to lose my temper. So let's go over my one-size-fits-all solution to controlling that red mist and red rage when it comes to losing your temper. Let's do it.
Shaken.
Hi everybody, I'm Adam Arif from Beyond Educated, channel dedicated to health, productivity and well-being, and today we're going to be talking about anger management.
And I'm his wife, and he's the one that makes me so angry.
As a child, I really used to lose my temper all the time. If I couldn't find something, if I couldn't get my own way, I was a spoiled little shit. Anyway, if something didn't go my way, what I would do, I would go into my room and I would destroy everything. I would pull books off the wall, I would throw stuff on the floor. I mean, I was just terrible, I was just horrendous. And sometimes then my mum would go and pick things up and put everything back. Anyway, after a while, my mum stopped doing that and I learned that actually going mad and losing my temper and pushing all these books and everything down on the floor and smashing things up wasn't actually achieving anything, and all I had to do was go and put them back. As it happened, that taught me a lesson in terms of trying to control my rage, but what I do find is that I've got quite a short temper, or did have until I managed to bring it under control. When I couldn't find something, I'd find myself burning up inside like a rage, like really annoying, like I just want to smash something and throw something. I don't know what it was. It was pointless. It wasn't helping. So I learnt a few techniques, my own self-taught techniques that help me doing things like counting to 10, breathing, asking myself, does it really matter? If I've lost it, I can get another one, all these kind of things. And then I read this book, The Chimp Paradox. The Chimp Paradox by Professor Steve Peters, the mind management program. And it's absolutely brilliant. I really can't recommend it enough. If you are struggling with any aspects of your life goals or wondering why you do things in certain ways, this book will help explain it and help you manage and bring things under control. The essence of the book is that the brain's comprised into loads of different compartments. The three main ones that they talk about in this book being the limbic, the frontal and the parietal. I think that's how you pronounce it. Those three compartments are classified into three things: the chimp, the human and the computer, and each one has their own different drives and mechanisms of trying to control you and influence your personality. And only by controlling the chimp, which is your emotional, more powerful part of your brain, can you bring other things under control. And that's how you can control your rage and your fits of anger when you get angry with someone. If you can control the chimp element or the limbic part of your brain and understand that it's that part of your brain that's controlling you, then you can absolutely bring your rage and anger under control. So here's three things that I do when I can't find something and feel like losing my temper to bring my anger and rage under control. Number one, expect that life is not fair. Life isn't fair. That's the bottom line. Life is not fair. Don't expect anything from life and don't expect that things will go your way. If they go your way, it's a bonus, but expect that shit will go wrong. If you expect that shit will go wrong, like for example, I lost a really sentimental cap that I got from America on my honeymoon, and I went into a fit of rage, throwing stuff out, couldn't find anything. But if I expected that that was going to happen and shit's going to happen, then that's my expectation and I won't get as angry. So look at it and think, yeah. A friend said this to me once actually. When something was happening and he was trying, he's a builder and he was trying to fix a door. Ha, yeah, of course that's happened. Ha, yeah, of course that's gone wrong. Of course the door's fallen off. Of course the screw's unthreaded. Of course the door handle's falling off. And if you can just look at it and laugh about it and think, yeah, of course that's going to happen, it'll help manage the expectation that you think life should be fair to you when in reality it's not going to be. Number two is create a pause button. Create a giant pause button in your brain, and literally when something happens that you feel angry about, just visualize pressing that pause button. 2 lines like that, pause, and take 10 seconds. So then you take 10 seconds and that will allow what is effectively the human in your brain to control the more irrational and emotional part of your brain and think, actually, does this really matter? Can I fix it? Is there somewhere logically that I could look for this item? Is there some way that this solution could be resolved? and that will just stop you going on a snowball effect and getting out of control and really getting angry about something that really is possibly insignificant. Which kind of leads me on to point number 3, which was in this book actually, which I found absolutely brilliant. And it was, do things actually really matter? The scenario it gives you is someone's at a bus stop and they're waiting to go for a job interview for a job that they've been looking for ages. The bus turns up, the bus is running late. When the bus does turn up, it's full. He can't get on it. He can't get any signal on his phone to ring the person. And then another car drives past and splashes him in a puddle. Fast forward 10 years, 15 years, helicopter yourself, get to the chopper, above the situation and think, actually, does this really matter? What you'll tend to find is that 9 out of 10 times in life, things do not actually matter. And in retrospect, 10 years later, it's just a very small and minor event that is irrelevant in your life. If it's not a big life-changing event, the reality is it doesn't really matter that much, and you shouldn't really get so wound up and pay so much attention to it. Not a lot of things in life are really significant or important, so bear that in mind when you're trying to bring your anger and rage under control. So remember guys, if you get out of control and you get angry about things that probably aren't that significant, remember to laugh about it. Remember to pause, probably before you laugh about it, for 10 seconds and think about, actually, is there a way that I could resolve this situation that stops me getting angry and having to create more work for myself? And lastly, think about, does this even matter? Is this significant in my life? Thanks for listening guys. If you're interested in more videos, hints, tips and tricks on health, productivity and well-being, including reviews of books that I read and other upcoming posts and updates, click on some of the videos and check out some of the videos I've got down in the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. As ever guys, stay educated.